college campuses where it's for the most part predominantly young women there in comparison to young men. So a lot of the young men know that they are um, scarce on the market, so they're not settling down. They are not monogamous. That they're carrying on multiple relationships or being very sexually casual, and they are not, being monogamous. Whereas these women are just taking their number in line because they know that this person or these men have options. It's the same way when it comes to wealthy men. You see these entertainers with 5 or 6 baby mamas. They have 5 or 6 baby mamas and a long list of other women waiting in line to be baby mamas because they have options. Why settle for one when they can have, all 32 flavors? But the reason why I even wanted to touch on this topic is because at the end, the black woman talking about this topic of interracial dating, which is on YouTube. Just type in for Harriet, and her most recent video will pop up about interracial relationships. She said she's not interested about being fetishized, but she has somewhat of a different perspective on black women interracially dating, and she's not all the way, open to it, but she has maybe a little bit of curiosity. And when she said the whole part about not being fetishized, I kind of made a face like, huh? Like, what? What do you mean you're not interested in being fetishized? And I'm like, as a black woman myself, 26 years on this earth, I have seen it all from a magnitude of a scale, of a spectrum. From black women being nothing but ass and titties, from being called bitches and hoes, from black women being abused, for black women being used as sex objects. Like, black women are fetishized to the max by black men. From colorism aspect, where the lightest is the best, where the lightest is the most desired. From I like them long hair, thick, red bone. I only fuck with them yellow bones. Light skin, team light skin. That's not fetishized. From songs like Freak a Leak and what's that song? Some Cut. These songs that only highlighted black women's sexual appeal. But you're telling me that you don't like being fetishized? We're talking about black men who think that it's normal for your ass to look like the size of Jupiter, and for your ass and your thighs to have a significant gap. And if you look like a regular shaped black girl, there's something wrong with you. Girls are getting back alley shots and getting flicks of flags in their ass, and they have to get that shit carved out eventually, like K. Michelle, or they're losing their lives, or they're getting so chopped up they look like ants with diapers, looking like not Lil, but Kim Kardashian and Black China. But you don't want to be fetishized? You got black men out here making a mockery of black women for laughs and hits on the internet, specifically Instagram. But you don't want to be fetishized? I'm looking at her like, you think what? A non-black man saying things like, oh, I love your glistening chocolatey skin is somehow weird, but being bitches and hoes is not weird. Being told that it ain't your face, it must be your ass, I need a trip drill. That's not weird. Not weird is, hey yo mom down the street. That's not weird. That's not weird. But a non-black man saying something as, oh, I like your curly hair, what do you do to it? That's weird. Or a non-black man saying that he likes your lips because it's full. That's somehow weird. But a black man calling you everything but a name of but a child of the how does the phrase goes? Anything but a child of God. But you think, and the thing about it is, like, black women, no matter how quote unquote feminist they have or believe they are, they still have this keeping red flag for black men. Regardless of how black men are, they're always supporting them. That's how you have Chris Brown, who's on his third or fourth felonious physical assault case, and people are still talking about it's white supremacy. They don't want to see a black man rise. they're just targeting him. Oh, give him some time. He just needs to grow up. He needs to mature. Meanwhile, this dude is a loose fucking cannon. But you're making excuses for him because he's a black man. Just like when you see these pictures and these videos of so-called black love and black women get all butterflies in their stomach and they're like, I want that too. And I look at them like, girl, bye. As if you don't know black women who are getting their ass beat right now. As if you don't know black women who are being lied and manipulated and cheated on. As if you don't know black women who are being raped right now. But you talking about, because you see this one image, just one video, this glimpse of this image, and you talking about you wanted to. You don't even know what you're seeing, if that's realistic. That might be a part of the picture. They might be lovey-dovey, be in front of the camera, but behind the scenes, he's beating her ass. But you talking about black love. And this is coming from a black woman who is currently in a whole full-blown relationship with a black man. And even I understand that that's an anomaly. Like, him being a stand-up black guy is an anomaly. Shocker. I know. Shocker, I would say that. Being a black woman, being raised by black people, having a black daddy, being in a relationship with a black man, I would say some shit like that. But I know the reality of it. I know the statistics of homicide, matricide, rape, molestation, abuse, physical assault. I know these stats. So this is why I'm not lying to you. I'm not giving you an image. I'm not tapping into your, I need to be loved and preferably by a black man. And who gives you that notion of black man is right? Your mama, your sister, your friend, your cousin, your daddy, if you had a daddy in your life. Meanwhile, they all know that these men are not loyal. Hence why you have all these half siblings. Meanwhile, they know these men ain't loyal. Hence why you've seen a growing population of biracials compared to when you was growing up. When I was growing up, there was probably a handful of biracials I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Now, I'm being 26, 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 6. Wait, 1 out of 5, pool too small, but I would say 1 out of 6 or 2 out of 6 black kids usually have a non-black parent, and that non-black parent is the mother, and the mother is usually white. So these men are exploring their options, and they don't give a damn. Whether it was your grandmother time when she was sharing him with the lady down the street, and the lady who does her hair, and the lady who works at the grocery store, whatever the case may be, she was sharing her man. And she was geeked because she was the wife. She was the one who was chosen. Meanwhile, well, every time she walked down the street, she understood that that little boy who you would never see his daddy is her husband. And they look alike. But she had to put up with it. Now you're seeing all these biracial kids out here. So meanwhile, these black men are dabbling and tasting all 32 flavors. But you staying loyal for what? For what? And statistics show that you as a black woman is more educated, have more opportunities as a black woman without this black man. Soon as you get with this black man, he devalues your opportunities, he devalues your growth, and you settle. Most black women have degrees compared to their black male counterpart. So even though degrees come with debt and may come regrets and whatnot, most employers, they do want at least a bachelor's. No matter what the hell you got it in, whether it was theater, whether it was writing, whether it was a liberal arts degree, whatever it is, they wanted to see that you was concentrated for 4 years, you got things done, you got this degree, good job. And they're with it. These men may have a GED, a high school diploma, maybe an associate's, maybe, and that's what you're marrying. So while you are making money, He's not. And this is why on YouTube specifically, you would hear men say, especially black men, oh, that degree ain't gonna keep you warm at night, so you got a degree. Who cares about a degree? A degree is a piece of paper. Meanwhile, he only has a high school diploma. You worked your ass off, collected debt, studied hard to graduate, and he's evaluating that. Why? Because if he can get you to believe that that means nothing, that degree means nothing, he can get you to settle. Why date a man who works upper management, who makes at minimum 60K when you can date a black man who makes 30K and be okay with that?